talk about it. Let's talk about it. Seasonal depression. I'm your girl. Let's talk about it. Winter, me and winter, we just don't go. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people feel the same way. But I'm going to give you something to love about winter, okay? I got a little flashcard here. Please don't laugh at me. Let's get into it. Before I start, I want to say hi and welcome to Evolving with Kat. I'm Catherine, and this is a self-help series on self-help, self-love, self-development, and all of the above. Ooh, that rhymed. That rhymed. Okay, now I'm gonna get serious. So, let me just say that I get it. Winter is depressing. Winter can be depressing. It can be gloomy. It's cold. We barely interact and see people. Who wants to be outside, really? Except for those people that love to do snowboarding and like skiing, which I am not knocking. I've tried it. Like, I tried to do some winter activities to kind of bring in some excitement, throughout this winter season period. So I really wanted to check in with you, and I want you to check in with you as well. How are you feeling? Take a second to just go within yourself and ask yourself, how am I doing? How am I feeling? These are really important things, because that's you connecting with yourself. And if you ain't connecting with yourself, you ain't really making connections with other people. It's the same with self-love. Like, if you ain't loving yourself, you can't love others. So connection and communication starts with yourself. Are you communicating with yourself properly? Are you speaking to yourself with love? Are you in tune with your mind, soul, and body? You know what I mean? So that goes hand in hand. All right, so back to my little flashcard, because my memory is not the best. But you know what? One day it's gonna get there with these little fish oil that I'm taking. Yummy. Okay, so besides our feelings about winter, I'm gonna give you something to kind of shift your narrative about it just a little bit. Hang in there with me. So winter, let's start off with what does winter represent? Winter represents hope. Think about it. We are ending a year. We're ending a year off. So what do people normally think of? We're always thinking about like, next year I'm going to do this, this, and this, and that, right? You're planning your New Year goals already. Now, 3, 2, 1 hits, New Year's here, and now we're trying to complete those New Year's resolutions, right? So all of that area right there is created by hope. It's created by hope, huns. All right? So winter represents hope. It's a season of hope. No matter how drained we feel or how depressed we might feel, there's hope. Okay? Now, renewal. It represents renewal. That's pretty given. It's a time of rebirth. After winter, what comes? Spring, which is rebirth. Everything's just being brewed behind the scenes so it can just bloom when it's time. Okay? Then the next would be reflection. Winter represents reflection. And I cannot express enough the importance of reflection. Reflection is so important. It's such an amazing and helpful tool to your self development, because from reflection comes self what is this thing called, self awareness, which I'm not trying to be shady, but a lot of people lack self awareness. And I feel like if people were to have be more self aware, I feel like that would open the area for more not self. Oh, where am I going with the self? People would be more compassionate. I said it right. People would be more compassionate. There would be more empathy. There would be less rooms to like kind of not fuck up on somebody. You know what I mean? So let me just fix this up in case YouTube does not agree with this. But it kind of just helps us like know how to move, how to respect other people and how to speak to them. So I'm going to tell you the ways on how you can make winter work to your advantage. All right, because it's working for me. And if it's working for me, I hope it works for you, because my desire is to grow, learn what's working for, like, basically my desire and my goal is to grow, evolve, and if something's working for me, share it, because we're not gatekeeping here, okay? So, how to use it to your advantage? I'm going to start off with but what brings us joy. Okay? So again, what brings you joy? And what is your body in need of? Like, is it in need of some because it's cold? I'm gonna put this example out there. Is your body in need of some deep hydrating treatment? Go give yourself that cocoa butter, smooth down, butter down, throw down. I don't know why I said that. But number one, recharging. Recharging is such an amazing way to set the tone for the winter season. Sleep. Get your 8 hours of sleep. And if you can't get 8 hours of sleep, then aim for 6. Okay? Aim for 6. You got this. I understand it's hard to like just go from A to Z. So we gotta sometimes meet right in the middle. All right? Break your goals into smaller tasks or smaller steps, so that way you're able to achieve them. That's how it works. You just gotta be patient and show yourself kindness. Okay? I promise you, if you show yourself some kindness and give yourself some grace and patience, you will actually achieve the things you want. So back to my recharging thing. Self-care is part of recharging. I self-care is so important, but not as important as the rest that I'm going to mention. So I mentioned sleep. So self-care, are you giving yourself a hair mask, hydrating hair mask, a face mask? It's winter, it's cold, as it's colder than a cold-hearted out there. So self-care comes with reading a book if you have to. Self-care comes with eating healthy. Make meals for yourself. It's cold, so why don't you go make yourself some soup, honey? Make yourself some soup. I know I sounded like a mother there, but make yourself some soup. Go try some different recipes. I've been having so much fun this season with like making different soups. Reflection is so important. Take time to reflect. Go inward, because if you go within yourself and you're able to hear your voice, you're able to connect. And when you're able to connect, you're able to connect with others. You got to prioritize having good communication with yourself, so that way you can succeed in communicating with others. Okay? All right? Reflection is so important. You can do that. You can do it through journaling. You can do it with just meditating. You can do it through prayer. You can do it just by sitting on a chair and just chilling in silence. You know what I mean? You can do it in your car. Just take a moment to be in silence and really go within and ask yourself, how am I doing? How does this make me feel? How did my actions make that person feel? You know? Okay, so the third one would be renewal, or you can consider it rebirth. All right, what is something you want to see in your rebirth in this new season that's coming after winter, which is spring? What is it? What do you want to see? How do you want the rest of the year to look like for you? So this winter is basically the season for you to plan, to think about, reflect about the things you want and how you want your life to go, right? And you set a plan and you start working on the plan during winter. So that way, when it's time for that rebirth, baby, which is coming in spring, you got it. You got it down. You know what I mean? All you have to do is just watch it bloom and continue on watering your garden. So, so I did 1, 2, 3. Now 4 is setting intentions. If we don't set intentions, we're not getting anywhere. Okay? We're not getting anywhere. You need to set intentions. You can set intentions by creating a vision board. You can set intentions by planning things out, getting a planner. You can set intentions by making a list. It's pretty simple. So set intentions. Work on a vision board. Winter is a season to work on a vision board. You don't want to make a vision board? Cool. Then make a video. Make a journal video of yourself. There's just a lot of resources that we can use. It's all up to us. Okay? The last one I would say is hope. Use hope and believe that whatever you want to see, it is achievable if you just believe in it, and if you believe in the higher power can give it to you. If you show yourself some grace, 1, 2, patience, you're gonna get there. Just believe that you're gonna get there, and you're gonna get there. Just have grace and patience for yourself. Why wouldn't it work out for you? So have hope that whatever you want, whatever your heart desires, and if you plan properly, and even if you just try to plan, things will work out. Okay? So yeah. I don't need that car no more. I'm gonna dash it away over there. But with all of that, I'm trying to say, all of that right there has been helping me cope with seasonal depression. This winter has been pretty good because I've been super focused on planning. I've been working on planning and starting my goals. Like one of my goals was to go to the gym 5 times per week. So what I did was the first 2 weeks of January, I went to the gym 1 time per week for those 2 weeks. Then then after those 2 weeks, I started going to the gym 2 times. And after this month of January, I'm going to go to the gym 3 times. And then from there, after those 3, it's just going to get easier and easier for me to get to those 5 days. You see what I mean? Those are just understanding that we're humans and life happens. And that's where the compassion comes in. Have compassion for yourself, have patience, and just find strategies that work for you, because it's never going to be picture perfect. And that's the problem. We always forget that it's not going to ever be perfect. So we have to just roll with the challenges that comes with it. It's only going to make us better at the end of the day. Get it? Here's one thing I want you to take away from this video, which is think of seasons as your garden. During winter, you collect all the seeds you want for your garden. You collect them. You're figuring out if you want berries, if you want roses, if you want daisies, if you want apples. You collect them and you plant them. Now comes spring is the season where all of those stuff that you collected, all the seeds that you collected, you're watching it bloom. What type of joy is that? That brings joy just even thinking about it. So in spring, you will be watching your goals bloom in the name of Jesus. I know for a matter of fact, I'm feeling so good just speaking about this right now. Like spring, you're gonna watch your goals bloom. Your garden's gonna get full with all of the things growing. You're gonna start feeling nice. Then comes summer. Oh baby, your garden is looking beautiful. Here you got the roses. Here you got the watermelon. You got your berries. You got, what else did I mention? You got your apples kicking in. Ooh, you can even reach out and eat your apple. That means this is where you're starting to see, like, this is your goals and your plans. You're in full action. Okay. Then comes fall, start drying out and plants start to die, but it's okay because that's part of life. We don't give up there. It just means that we gotta clean up the garden, clean up the dead stuff, you know what I mean? And that's what we do with our life. We start cleaning out the things that do not work out for us no more. This is the time where you take the time to reflect and you're like, is this really working for me? Do I really need this in my life? Is this in full alignment with the person I want to become or the person I'm becoming? And you get rid of it. If you don't need it, get rid of it. If it's not working out, get rid of it. And then comes winter, and it's a full cycle. You get it? So, with that being said, babes, all right, you have a wonderful day. Don't forget to check in with the people you love and care about. Even if you don't love and care about them, a coworker, hey, how are you? You know what I mean? How are you truly doing? It doesn't hurt to ask anybody, how are they really doing? Check in with yourself too. And remember to pour into your own cup, because if you're not pouring into your own cup, you can't pour into those that you love and care about. All right? So with that said, thank you for watching. Thank you. And I wish you a beautiful week. Don't forget to stay grounded, stay humble, and most of all, and stay authentic, and most of all, stay you. Bye.